Shannon Lamont, and I lead the International Tax Services Group as part of the National Tax Office of Eide Bailly. Well, Eide Bailly has a lot of closely held businesses that are entering into foreign markets for the first time. So our role as an International Tax Services Group is to help them understand what types of issues they're going to run into as they do so. The questions that come up are related both to the local country taxation of what their operations will be, and also to how that will impact their U.S. tax liability as well. There are a number of different phases that a business typically goes through in terms of expanding internationally. A lot of times they will first export to a foreign market, and with respect to exports, we look at whether there's any benefit for an IC disc, which is a planning opportunity that we use to reduce overall U.S. tax burden on export sales. In the second phase, oftentimes they're sending somebody to a foreign jurisdiction. And so what we do there is look at whether, one, that individual is going to create a taxable presence for the company itself, and two, whether the individual would have any tax liability as well. So we look at managing that and minimizing the overall tax burden for the company. One of the most important aspects of setting up a company overseas is to understand that transfer pricing will apply. And transfer pricing is a concept where if you have a related party that you're entering into transactions with, you're required under the U.S. and oftentimes foreign transfer pricing regulations to make sure that those transactions are priced at an arm's length basis, as if you were dealing with a third party. We recently helped a company with structuring into Canada as they were looking at a large construction project there. So with respect to that project, what we did was looked at what type of entity would make the most sense from a U.S. and Canadian tax perspective, considering the treaty and considering the U.S. taxation and Canadian taxation. In addition to that, we were able to help with the individual tax aspects of the employees that were going to be going there to procure the project. We looked at both the U.S. and Canadian aspects of their individual tax situation, and were able to help with minimizing their taxation liability, as well as doing the compliance related to their assignment, both in the U.S. and in Canada. Because of our wide range of experience, really if a situation with a client crosses a border, we can help. So if whether it's individuals or corporations, if there are two jurisdictions involved, it's really important to consider multiple aspects of how they're being taxed, both in the local country or outside of the U.S. and in the U.S.